Clash Royale has a ton of win conditions, and we will be seeing what conditions you should use by ranking all of them. Okay, so here we have our chart ranging from must use all the way to do not use. The first card we're going to rate is Mortar. Mortar can be a very good card, but Mortar alone is not a good win condition. It's not like some of the others where you can just plop it down at the bridge and just be all set. So for that reason, I'm going to say B, needs a strong deck. The second card we're going to be rating is Royal Giant. Royal Giant is a very strong card, and it came back with the Hunter evolution. So this card is very viable, but it also can be countered very easily. So for that, I'm going to put it as viable. It is a viable card. It is still good to where you can use it, or with enough skill you can master it. The next card we're going to be doing is Suspicious Bush, and although this card may not look like much of a win condition when paired up with Royal Giant or Hogs or Balloon, it is still a directed tower unit that people do use as their main source of damage. This is going to be the first card where I put it in do not use. I feel like it could be countered by every single card in the game. The next card we're going to be looking at is Battle Ram. Now, Battle Ram, I'm going to put it in next to no value. Battle Ram, especially once you get above around 6,000-7,000 trophies, ends up just being countered left and right. I mean, if your deck doesn't have a Battle Ram deck, or you can't deal with just basic P.E.K.K.A bridge spam, you're screwed. Next card we're gonna get is Hog Rider. Hog Rider is going into must use. Hog Rider is one of the most goated win conditions in the game, used with so many decks and can work as a standalone card or used to synergize with plenty of other decks. The next one we're going is Elixir Golem. With Elixir Golem, I'm gonna put it in countered to easy. I remember when it first came out, Elixir Golem beat down paired with Battle Healer, Electro Dragon, and Inferno Dragon was really, really good. But I feel like just in today's day and age, especially with Execution Revolution, Witch Evolution, Mega Knight, and having those be like 3 super big cards in the meta, I just think Elixir Golem has lost his it factor. I'm gonna put Giant with needs a strong deck. I'm not too big of a Giant player, but with a lot of the Giant players I face, a few decks I play that have Giant, he needs a good deck, and you need to kind of center your deck around him. But I don't feel just a naked Giant at the bridge could really do enough damage for him to be worth it. The next card we have is Royal Hogs. Now, Royal Hogs, I'm gonna put viable or good skilled because it's very good in a skilled deck if you're very skilled with them, but I'm going to put them as viable and anyone can use them because of how fast they are and how many there are. I mean, unless you have Fireball and good reaction time, like, Hogs will get there and guarantee you at least a little bit of damage. Balloon. I'm going to put Balloon with must use. Balloon is good in so many meta decks, such as Lavaloon, Lumberloon. I know a lot of lower tier players can find some really good combos with Balloon, so I'm going to put Balloon as a must use. Now, Goblin Barrel. So Goblin Barrel, I put Goblin Barrel as a win condition because it is a direct to tower and it is a way people win games. I'm going to put it with counter too easily. Now, the reason I'm going to say that is because if your main way of winning a game is by Goblin Barrel, I mean, 90% of decks nowadays have arrows or log or snowball or bar barrel. And so what that being said is, even if you're running a bait deck, because I know it's really strong right now in the meta, log can just counter this like it's no one's business. Okay, the next card is Expo. I'm going to say Expo is good or viable. It works, and as long as you partner it with a good building and crazy defensive cards, I've been shredded by Expo, and it doesn't take a long time. Next card is Drill. Do not use. So bad, and the Evo makes it even worse. If you're seriously trying to push, there is no reason why you should be using Drill. Save your epics for literally any other win condition. All right, the next card we're going to rate is Goblin Giant. So Goblin Giant, ooh, I'm going to put it in next to no value. I personally have just seen way too many decks where Goblin Giant just gets countered super easily, even if the deck has Sparky in it. And unless they catch you with your pants down and 0 elixir to defend, it gets no value every time. Now, the next card we're going to do is Electro Giant. I'm going to put him in counter too easy. I feel like Electro Giant can be kited, he's slow, and I just can take him down way too easily. Now, I'm putting him in C and not next to no value because if you do get a good Electro Giant in the pocket or you save it and you have a sneaky Electro Giant, that is so valuable. Golem. No, you know what? I'm going to put Golem in must use. Golem is such a solid card. He is a guaranteed 500 damage if they defend him. Rune Giant, I put Rune Giant in here because she is a win condition regardless, and once upon a time had maybe one deck she worked in, but I'm going to put her in do not use. She is just not viable at all and has been nerfed into the floor. Lava Hound. Lava Hound I'm going to put in counter too easy. Now, I know Lumberloon is a very strong deck, but I think he only really has one deck he works in, and alone, he just doesn't do enough damage or have that much of a wow factor as he did in 2016 where he was good. Miner, I'm going to do viable or good skilled because he's a good card, But I've just seen too many people screw them up, put them in decks that are bad, but I've also been destroyed by minor poison or minor wall breakers or decks like that. Ram Rider is a must use. Even at 5 elixir, when you can compare her to Hog Rider, I feel she just gives so much more value. I use her so many times defensively and get a nice counter push, or just straight up offensively. With her charge, she can do upwards of 500 damage, and I just feel she has so much more HP, and you can get so much more value out of her easily.